I'm not sure if I'm live or not. I think I am. Mr. Small Local Guy, how are you? I guess that means I am live. So, I'm just trying to pull a Vinny here because Mr. Vinny likes to go live every once in a while and test out how he's got his OBS set up. The first thing I got to do is get rid of my background camera sounds. So, you being the only one here, guess you get to help me out. This is the light I normally use when I'm doing a live stream. Now, does that look pretty good to you? This is like you're the center of attention instead of me. That's not bad, eh? RDMT, how are you doing, Randy? So yeah, I'm just pulling a Vinny here, like I was saying, going through my OBS stuff, kind of setting it up a little bit better. Now this is the lighting I normally go with for my live stream, except I don't have my backlight on for a change. So how's that for lighting? Because I have added a couple other things, so I'm going to add them slowly but surely and see what you guys think. So looks good? Okay, now I want to see if we can make it better. You ready? I'll show you what I got. Went out and I bought one of those lamps over there, and then made you guys nice and dizzy here. Whee, it was the top of my head. JC's Rip Track, how are you? And then I got this one over here, and it's like sitting right next to me. And then of course I got my blind spot. That's the normal light that I do everything with. So I'm going to turn the one on to the far side. Now, is that even noticeable? So far, so good. Cool. So that's turning my far one on. And it's hard for me to see what it is because I got to go over there, come back, and then I can't really see how it's affected the screen. So, and then there's the big one over here. Now there's one light with it. Which, now I got lights on both sides. Kind of think it's kind of cool. Oh, shiny. Yeah. Shiny umbrellas. Yeah, I got the reflective ones. I do have the white ones too, but I figured the reflective ones would be a little bit better. And then I had the second light. Now I feel like I'm sitting outside. So you also have the natural light at this point. I've actually closed the curtain because normally my live streams are in the dark, so I don't get a lot of light from outside. So I'm trying to simulate what it would be on a Wednesday night, right? So, well, I'm certainly lit. That's good. Looks good with both. Now, there's one other light I've got that I've added. And since you guys are here, you get to see it. But it's more of a super chat thing. And you guys can let me know what you think of that, too. So somebody does a super chat or something. Of course, I got the old wigs to go with it. But then we got that. Now, it doesn't make any sound. But it's lights. And I get really funky with it. You can always do one of these. Now it's sitting on me, but I can't see nothing. Because now it's right in my face. Might be a better one, though. Especially for super chat. But the red is really bright. Jeepers. Indian Head Valley Railroad, how are you, buddy? Very bright. I feel very bright right now all of a sudden. Not sure I like this on the face. Really? Mike's how to? You like that? Looks good? You guys are not helping at all. You know that, right? You like it? Okay, now that's funky. Yeah, I know. Feels really funky, too. As long as I'm not staring at it. It didn't say it was a laser, so I should be okay, right? It's more like a disco light lamp. Wow. Okay, that's got to go up that way again. Not high enough. Now it's almost too high. Now it's over there. I messed it all up just by moving it. Go figure. Alright, that's where it's going to sit. So I can barely see right now because it was so bright in my eyes. But if it blinds you, that's probably not great. Nope. Local force, it wasn't that great at all. Jeepers. That was nasty. Did look cool, though. I kind of like the red on the face, but it wouldn't be like that every time because it depends on where I would sit and everything else. So, oh, wow. I almost have to shut off all the lights just to get my eyeballs back. That's crazy. Where did you get that? I got that on Amazon. I was just looking for lighting. So I got the umbrella lights with the stands and the bulb features. And then I was just scrolling through it and I got to like page 2 or whatever and that funky light was on there. I thought, well, I want to try that too. So, and for some reason my Budweiser lights aren't working anymore. And I'm just too lazy to call Budweiser and say, why aren't they working? So I put them up on a shelf. I got to try something else without doing the ding, ding, ding that Vinny's got going. So, what's up, Sparky? What's up, David Atkins? How are you, buddy? So basically, I was just to kind of figure out, and this is just by a little push button. I thought that was kind of neat. Went out to Lowe's and picked up one of those. So, whenever somebody does something, I can just go doing, and there we go. And then, of course, the old wig's going to be sitting close by. I just got to figure out how to put it on the top of my head. I don't know how women do these things. But yeah. Gotta go with the girth thing. I don't know. I thought that would top out the super chat thing. I look better with the glasses on though, I think. And I actually combed the wig, you can tell. Now it actually looks like it's supposed to. I almost look like my mother. Okay, that's gotta go. That's kind of scary. So, anyway, guys, that was a basic setup of. And you guys say the light's pretty good. So if I turn this light off, which used to be my main light, it still look pretty good, right? Kind of lights from both sides. So it's like no shadows. Hey, there's no shadow. Oh, there it is. Make shadow figures and can't even see them. Can you change the pattern? No, it's kind of random. It does whatever it wants to do when it does it. It's distracting. Yeah, that's why I'm facing this way and it's behind me. It doesn't distract me at all. So. I love it. Cool. That's good. So what I want to do today, and because of the way the Wednesday night live chat thing's going, is we got into those rock molds, but I don't have any place to put the rock molds. So I'm going to make another diorama up. This one's going to be 24 inches by 20 inches. I asked the wife to cut me a piece 16 by 16, thinking she was a woodworker. And she comes out back into the house and says, here's your board. It's 20 by 24. I don't feel like cutting a piece. I'm like, all right, I give up. So take what I get, right? So I'm going to get this diorama kind of set up and ready to go for Wednesday. That way we've got a place to put the rocks on Wednesday. So this one might be kind of a little bit of a messy live stream. You never know. Because we're going to get into foam cutting, gluing, track, road bed, so the cork road bed stuff, cutting of the foam, gluing it down, and getting a little bit of a look at what we're planning on doing with everything. So, nope, here it ain't Wednesday. We're going to get ready for Wednesday, though. So, you guys can hang around and watch me do it if you want. I figured I just, I got to do it anyway. So, I figured I do a live stream just so everybody's on the same page on Wednesday. So, if you're here today, you're one up on the guys on Wednesday. So, and I'll try to watch the chat a little bit more just because this isn't Wednesday, so I'm not really in a rush to do this in an hour. I could do it in a half an hour. I could do it in 5 hours. Who knows? Hey, I'm willing to hang around. But piece of wood that I got from the wife takes up the whole screen, just like that, almost. 24 by 20. So, kind of my plan and thought is, for 9 of you guys doing the old sneak peek, there's the board, there's the train, haha, yeah. I also went out to the garage and I found a couple of pieces of foam sticking around. This one just happens to fit right on the back, completely. And then I got this white piece of foam, and I'm going to stick that back here in the back corner. Now, the reason why I'm getting into the foam and the flat spot, foam, high cliff, is the Woodland Scenics Learning Kits have one for roads. So I'm thinking we'll do a little railroad track here with a road across it. And it also has one for water. So I'll probably do a pond right about here. And it also has one for waterfalls. So I was thinking we could do that right here. And then we could also do our cliff face back here with the rocks and stuff. So, nice piece of wood, frame it. Kind of almost is a frame, being that big. So, all in all, we got, you can almost see it when I bring it all the way back this far. Whee! So that's what we're going to get into right now is I'm going to cut this pink piece of foam down. And I'm going to glue it to this piece of wood. Looks like a finished side up there, right? It's a little rough over there. Is this side better? Yeah, I guess they both look the same. So, potato, potato. So, pink foam, kind of beat up, but not that big of a deal. And how big do I want this? Well, to start, it can only go so big if this thing works. I know why this thing doesn't work. Hold on. There's that dreaded light that nobody likes. There we go. See, that's why that light's on all the time, is half the receptacles in this room only work if that light's on. So, as a suggestion, perhaps make a free mow module and a standing 2x4. Well, this is kind of a learning module, so I'm not sure if it's going to be full of mess ups or it's going to look good at the end. But if you do get into cutting some of this foam stuff, I do suggest getting one of these. They're really nice. I guess the hot knife is a lot better. You can make bigger and better cuts. Yeah. Save that. Fix that. And that. Okay, so now I want to put the sides on it. Yes, my dear.
What you doing?
Cutting foam. What are you doing?
Watching you cut foam.
Okay. You're just going to stay on the door? You're not going to come over and say hi to everybody?
No.
Oh.
Are you actually alive?
Yeah. There's 11 people in here talking to me.
Oh.
That sounds cool. Something sounds cool. See, I didn't read the chat.
I told the lady from Steamtown to call me back.
Okay.
If she doesn't call today.
True. So we got a little bit of ridge on the side. Do the same to this side.
Hello, everybody.
And there she was gone.
And goodbye, everybody.
She's still camera shy. She gets her own YouTube channel and she's still camera shy. Come on. There we go. So if you just move it around and everything, you don't get anything that's too straight. Looks pretty rough. Just as a base, that's going to go right about there. It's not going to look too bad. Now this we want to pretty much keep flat, but we're going to cut a little spot in the top of this because we're going to have some water up here with a waterfall. So, there we go. And nothing in the world's ever straight. There we go. I think that should work out for us. The wire cutter is definitely handy. It is so. And she said hi to everybody, Dave. Mr. Atkins. Dwight, hello, how are you? There's at least one other Canadian in here. Ah, that's cool. That would be me. Unless there's another one. Nancy Jones, how are you, my dear? I just mentioned you earlier today. I was watching another guy's channel, and he said he was from Seattle, too. I said, oh, you're from Nancy Jones country. You should look her up. So I don't know if he did or not, but... And 2 Canadians. Oh, yes, Randy's Canadian. So there you go. There's 2 of us. 3 of us. Why not? So, kind of the way I'm looking at this is like that. And these should fit on there just nicely for Wednesday. Right down at the bottom, maybe. So that works. So we'll get this one glued on. Maybe. Oh, maybe we won't. It's not open yet. Huh. What did I do with that? Wouldn't be a Sparky live show if it went nice and smooth. That's for sure. There we go. That up there so I don't lose it. Throw it in the garbage later. Now, normally I use liquid nails or something for this kind of thing. Because white glue, if it's under a really big piece, won't dry properly. But I figure this is just a small little piece, so I'll try it out. Should work out all right. And it's got until Wednesday to dry too, so. Now, this is just how easy and how fast something can come together when you're doing scenery. Piece of wood, that's all you got. Piece of foam, that's all you're starting with. Alright, there's that. Stay. Now I'll put some weights on this later tonight, maybe, just to keep her down. Maybe I'll put it on the table too before I push on it. I'll end up wearing it. Hans, how are you? From St. Catharines, Ontario. You're just down around the corner from me. Well, about an hour anyway. So there's that piece stuck. And everybody knows that I've got shares in white glue companies, because I use a lot of it. You'll notice that when I put down my tracking a little bit here. Bloop. Just like so. We now have the start of a diorama. Put that back there for now. And when you're cutting little pieces of foam and stuff, you can always keep them if you got a little junk drawer or something. Hold on to them, because the pieces that you cut off, well, they look like that. So now if you have the Woodland Scenics risers and such, right? Put that right beside one of the risers, cut it down to the slope, 2% grade or whatever you're using, and ready-made scenery right like that. So keep all your parts that you're cutting off, and you'll find them very, very useful. Again, there's another little piece there from the end. You can put it whatever which way you want. Now you got little high rocks and stuff like that. Not bad. I like it anyway. So this has to dry up a little bit. No sense of putting the cap on the glue. What are you setting up? Just a diorama SMT, because we did those rock molds last Wednesday, but I've got no place to put the rock molds. So I figured, might as well build something and we can stick the rock molds and put them to use. And then we're also going to go a little bit from there. Like I said, I've got the waterfall learning kit, the water learning kit, how to make a road learning kit, and scenery learning kit. We did the tree learning kit, so we're going to stick a couple trees in here that we made a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago. So we'll get those stuck in here too. And basically, when we are all done, all the learning kits combined are going to be on this piece of wood, 20 by 24. And it'll show you exactly what Woodland Scenics products will do for you and do for me, and hopefully teach us all how to use them a little bit better. So, like a mountain diorama. Yeah, a little bit. Waterfall is going to come down here into a little bit of a pond, then it's going to run off this way. So, I think it should look okay. In my mind, it's going to look okay. So the other thing that Woodland Scenics has is a road making kit. That's going to be a little bit later. So I'm thinking we're going to have a road go from here right down this way. So, and the railroad tracks will go right through here. So we'll just do that right now anyway. Get the railroad tracks on there. So you take your cork, maybe rip it in half. Some people like to actually sand this stuff down. I don't. I'll rub it down, but I don't like to sand it down. I like the rough edges and stuff on the sides of it anyway. I will feel the top, make sure it's not too bad. So we'll go from there, use a pair of scissors. Do we have here? That I think is going to look just fine. If I had a marker, it'd be even better. Almost organized. So the joys of ripping your cork in half is take half of it, then you can do your line right down where you were. That piece there, this piece here, just so you don't mix them up. Not that I've ever mixed them up. Stick your glue right down your line. Close to the edge, but don't go off the edge. Makes a mess. Trusty little paintbrush. And back we go. Now you can get it right to the edge. The concentration. Oh, gotta get this right. Now, normally I would take a whole bunch of pins and I would stick them in this, or you put something on it to weight it down for the day. But since I'm just making a little diorama, or getting her ready for Wednesday anyway, so now a piece of track. There we go. Just happen to have one of those sitting around too. Excellent. And being the white glue, you can just put this brush in water. It'll stay nice and moist until you want to clean it out. Bam. Now, if you're doing a diorama type thing, the only thing with the edge of your track over that way is try to keep it in a little bit because it will get caught on something later. And the same at this end when you're going to cut it down. And of course the only tool I really don't have up here is my rail cutters. So let's hope these work. Ah, they did. You didn't see a thing. So, yeah, just a really good pair of flush cuts. Cut that off. As flush as I need to. I'll take a knife to the end of it later. This just being a diorama, I'm just going to glue parts of the track down. Just the rail that slides. Use a bit of glue on the ends of them. That pretty much sets up the diorama. So you guys got your hills. You're going to have our waterfall, water, pond, a little bit of a stream coming off the end, this end. And we're going to cover this all with plaster cloth, paint, foliage, grass, turf. Then we're going to put a road over here. Bidoom, road crossing this way. So we're going to see how you go plastering over top of rails, which will be something neat. I've never done that, so that should be cool. Hey, Dwight, Josh, and oh, Turbo. And g'day, Hastings, BNSF modeler. Hi all. One advantage of being sick and taking the day off work. Chance to watch a daytime live stream. Yeah, it's kind of the joys of not going into work today. I woke up this morning, there was 100-mile-an-hour winds and snow blowing all over the place. And right off the bat, if it's dark outside, you're going with your headlights, so it makes it 5 times worse. So I called into work and I said, nah, weather's horrible. He's like, okay, well, just come in late. I'm like, nah, I'm not coming in. I don't feel like it. I'm too old for that stuff. So, good start, Sparky. G'day. Thank you, Haynes. Should be a good start. Now I'm going to get the plaster cloth out, cut a couple pieces up, and start draping it over everything. Drape it over this part here, because the plaster rocks, I don't think, are going to adhere just to the styrofoam. So we're going to put plaster cloth over the top of it. See how that works out. And that might just be the messy part of this job here. So just happen to have some sitting here, though. Just happened to, right? Wasn't planning this at all. Hey, I've already cut all this stuff. Well, lo and behold, man. I was really thinking ahead. Didn't even know that one. Okay, I'll put you guys back down. You can start watching this mess take shape. And Leisure Line Railroad, how are you? Lunchtime with Sparky. That's cool. We had the 100-mile-an-hour winds all day today here in Ottawa. Yeah, but you're in Gatineau, buddy. That's Quebec, not Ottawa. Not that I saw that, but just saying. Josh UP 3985, looking good. Lovely sunny day here and no wind. Well, it's nice to know you got that over there because that means it's coming here. So I like that idea a lot. So I got this trusty little bowl here. I am going to add some water to it. I'm also going to push you guys back a bit, see if you guys can see a little bit more. Good enough. All right, push you guys way back, way back. I don't know, is that any better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. So I'm going to move my water to this side. my keyboard right off this. I don't even know why I got my keyboard here. I'm not using it. Knife. Okay. Plaster cloth. Let's get dirty. Plaster cloth's really simple stuff to use. Dip it in water. Pull it up. Try not to drip over top of the other stuff. And when you're laying it on there, I find that if you rub it, it brings the plaster right up. Kind of seals everything in. Making a mess. And always overlap. That way it has something else to adhere to. The word of the day, adhere. I think I need more water already. Where'd my water go? And they're right beside each other. Most Americans don't know where Gatineau is. Actually, when I go to Ottawa, I stay in Gatineau. I go over that nice long bridge and turn left at the lights. And there's that hotel right there. And that's where I've been there twice. Just for conversation purposes, I guess that was. It's a nice hotel and everything, so. Now, this is just how fast everything transforms. And keeping in mind on Wednesday, we're putting rock faces, like those stones that we made, all over the front and side of this. So it looks smooth now, but it won't be then. Where'd that small one go that I had? Now I do know that I'm putting water on this later, water effects. So I'm just going to build up a little ridge on the back. And one thing I will suggest if you're doing this kind of a thing with the plaster cloth, which has to get wet with water, have newspaper underneath the project you're working on or your pants are going to get all wet. Just saying. Again, I might not have done that, but then again, maybe. You think I love playing with this plaster cloth stuff. You think I would have learned that lesson by now? Yeah, the other thing with the plaster cloth, you don't like straight down, pull it out a little bit. Crinkle it. Do whatever you want. Yeah, a little more there at the end. Yep, I'm dirty. I like it. I don't know why it is. I always get sniffles when I'm doing a live stream. Now, if you find that you want to bring some more of the plaster up, put more water on it. That'll bring the plaster right up to the surface. And voila! That is pretty much what we need to do. Except wash my hands. Yeah, I didn't think that one through. At all. Be right back. Slamming doors. Well, the joys of this one is I don't have that big of a mess to clean up. So give you guys a quick look at it. And if the white glue doesn't work, I do have the no more nails. That's what I normally use to put styrofoam down on a wood board. But like I said, I thought I'd try the wood glue first just to see if it does work. So overall, what we got set up for this Wednesday and the running water. Like I said, if you're going to do this, have newspapers underneath it. Really does help. But we got our track. We got the rocks. We got the basic shape of what we're going to be doing. So I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of excited for this one. Probably going to be a little bit down the road, but I've never done a road or a road crossing with the Woodland Scenic stuff. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to transpire over top of this here. Should be cool. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys today, is just getting things ready. Didn't think that through either. There we go. Spot on the floor. You guys up, maybe you see me a little bit. See, the waterfall works already. Oh yeah, no kidding, right? Everybody's got to be a smart ass. But yeah, and I've watched the videos on the waterfall thing. That doesn't look too hard. It just looks like it's silicone put on wax paper, and then you peel it off and put it on there and add some water effects. But that is the one thing you guys will notice, is all these kits that I'm opening up to do with the Woodland Scenics learning kits, is I will not open them up until the Wednesday night that I'm doing them. Kind of saw how that happens last Wednesday with the rocks, because I pull out that big bag of hydrocal, and the rules, the fine print on that, like to go right through, it's just crazy. But I've used the plaster of Paris, so I just use that anyway. Comes out the same, so I think that works out okay. Put that light back on, see if it makes any difference for you guys. There I am. That is if you want to go to Subway, Nancy. Okay. And see, the waterfall works already. Laugh out loud. Building the diorama of close encounters of the third kind, Sparky. That'd be something different. Southern 207 Hobbies, how are you, pal? So if anybody's got any questions or concerns or anything that you guys want to talk about with trains, any problems you guys have with your layouts, any advice that maybe you guys want or you're seeking or looking for, you can always throw questions up. That's what we're all here for. The community is all in itself, all working together to get things done. And I hope, just as doing these beginner kits, that it helps people. Like, I know I was very intimidated by scenery when I first started it. And just the speed of how fast you can go on scenery is just, to me, crazy. Like, you start in a little section that's 2 feet on your layout, and you just glue it and add the ground cover and some plants and stuff like that. And really goes pretty quick. So, and JNW saying good morning to all. Good morning, sir. How are you? And you look the same, Sparky. That's good. Was I supposed to change? I was waiting for one of you guys to do a super chat when my hands were all covered in that plaster stuff, but you guys are a good group of guys. Good group of guys. I like it. And gal. So. Oh, the DC turntable. What did I just do with that? I thought I lost my instructions for my DC turntable in the flood. And I get cleaning up here today because I want to get this, like I've moved my desk over 2 feet. Put the other desk down there so I could accommodate these 2 lights, right? So I'm going through some paperwork that was on the floor, and I got the operation with the control box for the turntable. I got modern turntable with DCC instructions and got it all. Awesome. And then control box manual table of contents. So I'm laughing now. Well, I'm not laughing now because I got to move my layout, but I thought I was in trouble and couldn't get that all programmed. Now I know how. Or don't know how. Now I know how to read how. So that should be cool. So, and 207 Hobbies can now mill out his locomotives for new decoders. Do you use a Dremel for that? Leisure Line Railroad. I don't have any questions. I'm just lost in what to do on the bench work. I just finished. Layout design isn't coming easily to me. Well, layout design never came easily to me either. It would be a spur of the moment thing. I'd take a piece of paper that was like just a scrap piece of paper out of your printer, and I kind of doodle on it. I'd draw my bench work out on it, and then I'd just start putting lines on it, and how I wanted my track, and then I'd do the next piece of paper, and I'd kind of trace it, but then I'd modify the track plan a little bit. That gave me, after about 10 tries, that gave me a basic track plan that I wanted. Build my bench work, throw the track plan down, and of course it changes again after that, right? So then all your turn radiuses and stuff like that, you got to go from that. So, well, that'll hurt in the bottom of your toe. Piece of wood. Little booger. Tried to hurt me. And you got an actual milling cutter? Well, you're going to have to throw a video up there and show us how to do it. So I don't even think I've heard of such a device. I end up with a picture of spaghetti. Yeah, pretty much what I do too, but being back then too, I used a red pen and a blue pen and a black pen. So, but I can't actually, like, for me to go on a computer and design a track plan, I got to have the whole layout kind of stuck in my head first, go from there. I know what I want to run, how I want to run it, where I want to run it to. So, and my next layout's going to be my dream layout now, but I'm hoping to actually do 3 levels in my new shed that we're going to build. So I think it was, what did we have? It was about 4 feet, a little under 4 feet, I think it was. We're starting the first level, and that might be 3 feet back to the wall. Then it was about 18 inches above that. I'm going to have just under 2 feet. So that's the second level. And then the upper level, which is basically 10 inches down from the ceiling, but it's just going to be a single line to go around. So once your trains get up there, it's like a hidden helix type thing, right? Goes up there, the trains just run around the whole layout and come back down the helix on the other side. So it's no switching up on the top level. It's just going to be all running trains. Basic. See, I should have thought of that when I was doing the dioramas. Could have made them all 6 inches deep. But SMT finds looking at pictures, random railroad settings can inspire all kinds of ideas. Yeah, that they can. I like watching. I'm not a big rail fanner myself, but I like watching rail fanning videos just for that. Like DJ's trains, he's now got a drone and he's like filming trains flying by from above, so you get to see the track plan both directions. So it gives you a really good idea or a good grasp of what a real layout or real railroad goes through. So train simulator can also make a great track planner. I've never got into the track simulator stuff, train simulator stuff. It'd be really cool if the train simulators, though, you could go back in time and it would download like certain rail yards and stuff like that for you. That'd be really cool. But I've asked around about that, and no simulator does the St. Thomas rail yard, so I didn't get into the simulator thing for that reason. People looking for me, gotta go. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by, Hans. I'll never get it. I'll check that out, SMT. That's cool. For the big boy, the DD40AX 24 Plus. I'm a fan of both those. I got the big boy. Been looking for that DD40. The only thing that ever makes them is Bachmann with sound and DCC. But you go on eBay and stuff like that, they're looking $500-700 for them. So I can't bring myself to spending that much money on a Bachmann. I'm sure it was only about $150 when it first came out, maybe $2. But people know a good thing when they got one, throw them up on eBay, and hey, bada boom, bada bing, making money. And that's cool. So SMT, if they recreate a yard and they save it, can they share that with other people that they're playing with? And Ken's back shop, it's about 3.5 to 4 hours to the curve from Steamtown. I heard about 3 hours, so. But Ken, what you're saying is you're going to meet us at the curve and miss out on Steamtown? Wow. I'm so looking forward to the Steamtown meetup. Amy took the day off today too, so she was trying to get in touch with the director of Steamtown to finalize a couple more things there. And plus, this paperwork that we've got is just, do you think you're going to be filming? Are you making a movie? Do you have insurance? Are you this? Are you that? It's like, all we want you to do is open the doors on a couple locomotives and put a ramp beside it so we can get on it. So we're trying to figure out the whole insurance thing, if we actually have to have any. So if that's going to be an added expense, oh my. And I will say, this whole dining room, there's 11 of you in here, so this isn't too bad. But this whole dining car experience, I am fascinated with it. Can't wait to do it. But I did not know that putting something together, and maybe it's just because I'm from Canada and not the United States, there's so many hoops to jump through. So I got to get 48 people all booked on it. Right now I've got 20. So we kind of finalized that 3 or 4 days ago. So he's like, okay, well, send us half the money right now. Container Man 68, how are you, buddy? This is Monday, dude. Yeah, I know. I'm just screwing you up. Ready? That's what you get for Super Chat. Oh, plus I'll give you this. Whoosh. But I comb this out a bit, so it almost looks like it's real. So, but there you go, Container Man 68. How are you, buddy? Hey, that works. All my stuff works. How about you, Vinny? My counter says there's 11 people here, and Container Man 68, $20, man. That's cool. And yes, it is Monday. Thanks for reminding me, because I'll still think it's Sunday since I didn't go to work today. So, Sparky Super Chat. And we got Paddling Scientist UFO Builder. And NS3614 Productions. Hey, Sparky, thanks for watching my video and commenting. No problem. Gaffa Haynes. Well, what's that? He's from Canada. That's why he thinks it's Wednesday. Hey, we're behind you, not in front of you. So, but yep, even got a little light for you there, Container Man 68, just flashing away, doing its own little thing. Hate to try to. Yeah, gone. But that's kind of cool. If I sit forward though, then you can't see the light. Maybe I got to do this. So there you go. Whatever. But getting back to the dining car experience thing. Wow. I didn't realize it was just so much work, to get it all together. So 48 people I don't think is going to be a problem. The video hasn't even been out there a week, and I've got 20 people already signed up. And seems to be going a couple every day. I hope that's how it stays. It's kind of slowed down today, though. Didn't get anybody, but I'm pretty sure we can get another 24 people or something like that signed up to it. Shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. If not, it's going to cost me a fortune. But that's the other thing is, okay, we finalized it at the beginning of the weekend. He's like, okay, well, send us the, what did he say, the menu list he gave us. So they want us to tell them what everybody's going to have. Now, he gave us a list of 4 or 5 things. Let me see if I can find it since I got you here. I might as well do this. Glasses, dummy. That's great. We are looking forward to serving you on May 18th, 2019. We can accommodate 48 people at 4 p.m. for dinner and time for your party. As for the menu, prime rib is not available, which I always thought prime rib was easy. You throw it on a spit and let her go around, and what's cooked is cooked, and what's raw is raw, right? So I have no idea what that beef was. Oh, not bad. Episode 30 just came out. Gonna have to check that out very shortly. So prime rib's not available. It's $80 per person. I'm charging $75, so don't worry about the extra $5 for that. Here's the menu. Now, you guys being Americans, some of you got to help me out on this one because I have no idea. Beef chuck pot roast with potatoes Delmonico. What's that? I'll say it again. Beef chuck pot roast with potatoes Delmonico. I'm going to have to Google it. Not a clue. I got the beef pot roast thing down. I know what a beef pot roast is, but you threw the word Chuck in there. Who's Chuck? And why is Chuck cooking it? I don't get it. So I'll go through the comments later, and hopefully you guys can figure that one out for me. So that's one of them, right? So if you are going to this dining car thing, this is your menu choices. Or pork tenderloin, garlic mashed potatoes, and green beans. Wife makes that for me all the time here at home. I like it. Understand it too. Salmon with lemon and capers. Now, is capers another word for mushroom caps? That's what I'm thinking is chuck out of beef. Delmonico is a steak cut. Okay, so that sounds better then. Chuck cut of beef. What do you mean a chuck cut of beef? You shut up. Chuck cut of beef. So it's a steak cut chuck of beef. eBay's don't. Yeah, okay. What's eBay's? Don't get it. Salmon with lemon and capers. Roast Brussels sprouts. Lost me right there. I am not touching a Brussels sprout. And sweet potatoes. Well, you got to have sweet potatoes if you're having Brussels sprouts because Brussels sprouts are going to spit on the floor anyway. And the vegetable is to be determined. That's okay. Chicken. I know how to say this, but it's probably not. Chicken fricassee. Fricassee. That's it. Fricassee. Chicken fricassee. Yellow rice. And again, vegetable to be determined. Now this one I kind of like. Roasted chicken, garlic mashed potatoes, peas, and gravy. Yeah, got me. Here's one for you. Ready for this one? Potato Delmonico is diced potatoes in white sauce and cheese. Oh, I like that. That sounds really good, Gaffa. Yummy. Love Brussels sprouts. Well, you can have them all, David Atkins, because I don't want any. Huh. Okay, ready? Super Ratten. Saurbraten. That's probably a really easy word to say. But no. Because what first comes to mind for me is sauerkraut. But that's not sauerkraut. Sauerbraten. Red cabbage, potatoes. Now that's just gas waiting to happen. Right there. So, and then the other last one that you can get, pork something, couche. I'm not even going to try. Why am I going to try? Croute, garni, potatoes. And then he goes on, it will be an additional $15 US per person if you insist on the prime rib. In other words, get prime rib out of your head, Dave, because you're not getting it. So you may send the 50% deposit via PayPal, and we will start things rolling. So right off the bat, they want 50%. So see if I can go through here. There was a price. I know she had it. 11 of you guys on the behind the scenes stuff for this. Of course, I want the price. I can't find it. Nope. Anyway, can't find the price, but Canadian, it was 5,100, I think $49 just to have dinner on it. So you divide that by 48, and that's what the cost is supposed to be. But like I said, I'm doing $75 per person. So if you guys are coming to Steamtown and you want to get on that dining car experience, come on and get on it, because I need 28 more people. So get that filled up. So I'll send an extra $15 for prime rib. Yeah, but that's $15 each person, not just for one. So, and I'm not a big fan of the prime rib anyway, because I always take it back to them and say, here, can you cook this more? Because just me and the red meat just don't get along. Not at all. So you'll be okay in England, Sparky. August is not Brussels sprout season. That's good, David. That is good. So I haven't even thought about what food's like over in England. I kind of figure it's just like ours. So, of course, I figure the United States is just like ours too. But I guess there's different foods for different people. Like, look at Gaffa. He likes Vegemite. Most normal people would put it on their lips. Haha. Hi, Gaffa. Myself, I can say that because I have tried Vegemite. And, whoa, man. That is an acquired taste for sure. So, okay, guys. This was just me testing out the live stream with my new lighting. Like I said, a couple of you are here. Now, this is my new lights. So I got this one over here. And it's the big reflective thing. And I got 2 bulbs in that one. Swing you around, smile. And I got one in that far corner. Hey, look, you're on TV. Different. So, yeah, one in that corner. And then, of course, we got that one above me. So, that's my new lighting system for the live streams. So, because of that, I had to move everything in my room over 2 feet. Hence why the cabinet now is way over there. So, the reflection's kind of sort of gone. Now, I got to work on my cabinet over here and make it all dolly and dressied up so it looks good for everybody. I just had Vegemite on toast while watching this. Really? You're kidding, right? That. Oh, you're a strange lad, you are. Oh, dear. Gerald, how are you? Lighting is excellent. Lighting is excellent, Sparky. Well, thank you, sir. Nathan DeLay, hello. Fancy lightings. And yeah, it wasn't bad. It's under $100, so I didn't want to go for the whole green screen thing that Vinny went and got, because, well, my room's only about 13 feet big as it is. I put that green screen in here and I have no room for nothing. But Ron Perry was over here on the weekend. We got talking about my shed that we're going to build, and we've come up with a conclusion that the front of it is going to be a studio thing, so it's going to be a little alcove thing that goes doop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. And then it's going to be windows all in the front, computers all around there, the desk all around like that, wrap-around desk, and a green screen curtain behind us. So we'll be able to horse around with things like that. And with Ron Perry, he's kind of bouncing place to place right now. So I told him if he wants to get back into videos and stuff like that, help me build my shed, because he is a carpenter. And you'll have a place to shoot your videos, store some of your models, and get on your feet a little bit more again. So, because the guy loves doing videos and live streams and such stuff. So why not? So then he starts laughing. He's like, yeah, and then I can put my cot just underneath the desk over here. And I'm like, hey, dude, whatever you want to do. I don't care. So as long as there's nothing broke in the morning, I don't care how long he's there. $5 a day, that's it. Pretty cheap rent if you ask me. So North American Trains, hello, how are you? Yeah, I believe you, David Atkins. You probably really did. Just like I said, I tried Vegemite and I can't smell. This is the first thing. This is the biggest secret with most people that don't know about me is I cannot smell. My nose was broke when I was like a wee little gaffer. So my mother decided she was going to fix it. Never went to the hospital. So inside broke a lot of whatever is inside your nose. So I can't really smell. Like it's got to be a really, really strong odor, smell, fragrance for me to smell it. That's why I'm probably stuffed up all the time too, right? So with being with no smell, my sense of taste is escalated. So here's a prime example. I love bacon. Like just normal everyday bacon that you can buy, yummy bacon and eggs. Somebody got me maple bacon once. And I took that piece of bacon, I put it in my mouth thinking it was regular bacon. The taste of maple hit and just out it came. Just as fast. So if it doesn't taste the way I think it's supposed to taste, it doesn't stay in my mouth. So Vegemite to me was supposed to be almost like a raisin grapey type. No, didn't taste that way at all, trust me. So out it came. And most foods don't get a second chance with me. So anyway, that's just a little secret. Now you guys know something about me. And North American Trains doing pretty good, a bit stressed. If it's something you can share here and we can help you out with, let us know. If not, sorry about that, bud. Hope you ease out of her a little bit soon. Give up smoking, your sense of smell will return. No, I've never been able to smell. Never. So, would be nice. JC's Rip Track, my mother has no sense of smell. Carbon monoxide poisoning when she was 12. That sucked. Trust me, it's got to suck. Like I said, it's got to be a really strong fragrance or odor for me to actually smell it. So, I'd love to smell a rose someday. If I get it right up into my nose, I can smell it. I think that's what a rose is supposed to smell like, but I might be wrong. Who knows? And then normally when I'm done with that rose, my nose is all yellow and stuff because all the pollen. But hey, shh, don't tell anybody because nobody ever tells me. I walk around like that forever. So, okay, guys, I'm going to show you guys this diorama one more time. Like I said, that was the lighting I just wanted to try out. Make sure that it was doing okay. Throw up the old light. Part of the Super Trats now because, like I said, my Budweiser lights just don't want to work anymore. Changed the batteries in them. I've done everything except call Budweiser. And I'm just too lazy to call Budweiser. I don't know why. Normally it's because, hello, can you press 2 if you want to do this? Can you press 4 if you want to do this? Can you press 7 if you want to do this? Please go back to the main menu because you screwed up. No thanks. So, diorama one more time. This is what we're going to be working on coming on Wednesday. There we go. Guys here at the beginning of the show know what this is set up for. Should be kind of cool. The only thing I'm going to do without you guys watching is the little trick I do to make ponds, and that's taking a blowtorch and making my pond. People don't like when I do that, so I'm not going to show you guys. So that's pretty much it for me today, guys. Sit that back under there. That should be dry for Wednesday. All the rocks are ready. They've all been cleaned up, ready to go. So we'll get those all stuck on there. And then we'll start on some scenery stuff. Basic stuff to start out with, but and should look pretty. I think this one's going to look pretty good, especially with that waterfall in there. So, okay, that's it for me. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up? Now is your last 2 minutes. If not, you can always just let me know how many people you have following your channel. And hey, what do you guys got coming up on your channels? I know what I got coming up. Wednesday night live stream. Plus, I think I have 2,903 people watching me. Something like that, so. Yeah, JC's Rip Track, I can understand that. I do have a nose for that, though. I can smell stuff burning on a stove. Amy hates it, so I'll be like, what are you burning? Nothing, I just started cooking. It's like, smells like it's burning to me. It's like I've only got 2 senses. None, and it's on fire. So, hi, usual suspects. Hello, Norman Rowe. How are you? Okay, Sparky, thanks. Now bugger off. I'm off to have Vegemite for toast for breakfast. Ah, go for it. Have a glass of milk with it too, bud. Helps wash it down. Show that one. Container Man 68 has 665. Oh dear, Sparky, don't burn down the house. I'll do it outside, I promise. So just like I had to cut the screen, I had to take that outside too. You know I'm Canadian, I go outside just like this. Middle of winter still, so. Nathan DeLay has 366 subscribers. Gerald has 100 followers, no rush to grow. Me either. Just grows as it grows. JC's Rip Track, the draw is on March 5th. Yes, sir, you do have a contest going. Pretty simple one, too. Just answer some questions. David Atkins, 370, and trains on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Plus, don't forget, Indian Head Valley Railroad was here earlier, and he had to leave to go post his train show. Whatever. Why did I lose? I forget what it's called. Have a good evening, Sparky. Great live chat on Wednesday. It will be a good one. Hopefully. Boop, shut those off. That's what I hear running all the time, is that little motor going. Driving me nuts. SMT Mainline, 1,587. Nancy Jones, 1,245. JC's Rip Track has 1,033. There's some pretty good channels in here. North American Trains, 291. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. So, hope you enjoyed the little sneak peek for Wednesday. Now you guys are kind of a page ahead of everybody. And yes, Buck, it is called Not Bad. How did I forget that? Everybody says it. My God, I'm losing my mind with my age. Oh, boy. Anyway. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Hey, Buck. Yep, not bad. Not bad. I just can't do it. Can't get my voice low enough or something like that. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you guys on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Till then, take care. Bye for now.